What if the biggest financial milestone you've been taught to strive for, the American dream home, is actually a cleverly disguised trap? For decades, we've been told the property ladder is the only path to wealth, a non-negotiable step to financial security. But what if this cherished belief is fundamentally flawed, silently draining your resources and limiting your true potential for freedom? I'm here to expose the hidden costs, the societal pressures, and the alternative strategy that can build you real wealth, not just a mortgage payment. Have you ever felt that invisible pull to buy a home, even when it didn't quite feel right? Let me know in the comments below. The pressure to buy a home is relentless. From family gatherings to social media feeds, the message is clear. Rent is throwing money away, and home ownership is the ultimate badge of adulthood and success. But for many, the reality of that starter home quickly transforms into a financial treadmill. It's not just the mortgage, it's the endless parade of repairs, the escalating property taxes, the insidious insurance premiums, and the unexpected fees that chip away at your savings. That asset often feels more like a demanding dependent, soaking up every spare dollar and turning what should be a stepping stone into a financial black hole. It locks up your capital, leading to illiquidity and a constant struggle just to keep the roof over your head. This isn't the path to wealth, it's often a path to quiet financial desperation. But what if there's a fundamentally different way to approach this? A perspective shift that could liberate your finances and open doors you never knew existed. This video isn't just about pointing out problems, it's about providing a powerful, actionable solution, the instead strategy. We're going to fundamentally shift your perspective on homeownership and wealth creation. We'll meticulously uncover the true, often ignored costs of owning a primary residence. Then, we'll dive deep into the strategic advantage of embracing liquidity and understanding renting not as a waste, but as a powerful financial tool. Most importantly, I'll show you tangible investment alternatives that, when combined with your newfound financial agility, can help you build a multi-million-dollar portfolio. This isn't about giving up on your dreams, it's about redefining them on your terms. Prepare to challenge everything you thought you knew about money, because what you're about to learn could change your entire financial trajectory. Let's dismantle the myth of the property ladder head-on. The traditional narrative paints homeownership as an automatic wealth builder. Your home is an investment, we're told. But this is often a dangerous illusion, especially for your primary residence. When you buy a home, you're not just signing up for a mortgage payment. You're also committing to a relentless stream of expenses that erode your wealth year after year. Consider property taxes, which in many areas of the US can easily amount to thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars annually. These aren't one-time costs. They are perpetual liabilities, often increasing over time. Then there's homeowners insurance, a mandatory expense that protects the bank's interest as much as yours and typically rises with inflation and claims history. But the real silent killer is maintenance. Experts estimate that homeowners should budget 1 to 4% of their home's value annually for upkeep. On a $400,000 home, that's $4,000 to $16,000 every single year for repairs, replacements, and general wear and tear. Think about the hidden costs: a leaky roof, a broken HVAC system, a burst pipe. Each one is a direct hit to your savings, an unexpected drain that prevents you from investing elsewhere. And don't forget the transaction costs when you eventually sell: real estate agent commissions, closing costs, staging, and potential repairs to make the property market ready. These can easily eat up 6 to 10% of your home's sale price. If you buy a home for $400,000 and sell it for $500,000 after several years, you might feel like you made $100,000. But after accounting for property taxes, insurance, maintenance, interest paid on your mortgage, and selling costs, your actual net gain could be shockingly small, or even a loss, especially when adjusted for inflation. A long-term mortgage spanning 30 years creates financial chains, keeping your capital locked away, working for the bank, not for you. Your equity is illiquid, meaning you can't easily access it without selling or taking on more debt. This isn't true wealth building. It's a massive, capital-intensive commitment that often stifles financial growth. I challenge you. Take out your last year's bank statements. Add up every single housing-related expense: mortgage interest, property tax, insurance, utilities, maintenance, even minor repairs. Now ask yourself, is this truly an asset or a liability that demands a constant supply of your hard-earned money? Understanding these true costs is the first step towards breaking free. Because once you see how much you're truly spending, the alternative becomes incredibly compelling. Now, let's shatter the biggest misconception in personal finance, that renting is throwing money away. This idea keeps millions shackled to the property ladder, when in reality, embracing liquidity through strategic renting can be your greatest advantage for wealth building. Imagine you have $50,000 saved, enough for a down payment on a modest home. The traditional advice says, buy the house. But what if you didn't? What if instead you rented a comfortable place, perhaps for $2,000 a month, and invested that $50,000 along with the money you'd save on property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and the higher mortgage interest payment? Let's say your total monthly housing cost as an owner would have been $3,500, including all those hidden fees. By renting for $2,000, you're saving $1,500 every single month. Now, consider investing that initial $50,000 down payment and the additional $1,500 you're saving each month into a diversified, broad market index fund, which historically averages around 8 to 10% annual returns. After 10 years, that $50,000 plus your monthly contributions could easily grow to over $350,000 purely from compounding. After 20 years, we're talking well over $1 million. All that while your rental costs are often predictable, your maintenance is handled by someone else, and you maintain immense financial agility. If an unexpected opportunity arises or life throws a curveball, your capital isn't trapped in a brick-and-mortar prison. You have the flexibility to move for a better job, respond to market shifts, or seize investment opportunities. The renting is throwing money away mantra ignores the colossal opportunity cost of having your capital tied up in a primary residence. It neglects the power of compounding on freed-up cash. This isn't about avoiding homeownership forever. It's about prioritizing wealth building first. This strategic mindset shift allows your money to work exponentially for you instead of simply keeping a roof over your head. But where do you put that freed-up capital to truly maximize its potential? The answer could build you a multi-million-dollar portfolio. This brings us to the core of the instead strategy, shifting your mindset from owning a liability, your primary residence, to owning income-generating assets. Instead of pouring your down payment and monthly savings into a money pit, you channel that capital into investments designed to grow and produce income. Two powerful, accessible alternatives stand out: real estate investment trusts, or REITs, and broad market index funds like S&P 500 exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Let's compare this directly. With a primary residence, you have one highly illiquid asset subject to local market fluctuations, carrying all the costs we discussed, and providing no direct income. With REITs, you can own a diversified portfolio of income-generating real estate, apartments, shopping malls, data centers, without the headaches of toilets, tenants, or taxes. REITs are legally required to distribute a significant portion of their income to shareholders, often providing attractive dividends. You get the benefits of real estate investment, including potential appreciation, but with liquidity and diversification. Then there are broad market index funds, like an S&P 500 ETF.
When you invest in an S&P 500 ETF, you are essentially investing in the 500 largest publicly traded companies in the United States. This provides instant, massive diversification, reducing your risk compared to owning a single property. Historically, the S&P 500 has averaged returns of around 10% per year over the long term. Let's imagine again that $50,000 you saved for a down payment. Instead of using it for a house, you invest it into an S&P 500 ETF. And that $1,500 per month you're saving by renting instead of owning, you consistently invest that too. After 30 years, that initial $50,000, compounded with your monthly $1,500 contributions, could realistically grow to over $3 million, even $4 million, assuming average market returns. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a powerful demonstration of consistent, disciplined investment over time. This approach offers true financial freedom through diversification, reduced personal risk, and the flexibility to rebalance your portfolio as your goals evolve. It's about letting your money work harder for you rather than being trapped in a single high-maintenance asset.
This strategy empowers you to build a substantial investment portfolio that can generate passive income, support your lifestyle, and eventually provide genuine financial independence. It's a path that redefines what it means to be truly wealthy. The knowledge you've gained today isn't just theory, it's a blueprint for your financial liberation. It's time to break free from outdated societal norms and the invisible chains of the property ladder. True financial freedom isn't about owning the biggest house. It's about owning your time, your choices, and your future. It's about making smart, informed decisions that align with your goals, not someone else's definition of success. Imagine the security of a multi-million-dollar investment portfolio generating income, giving you the flexibility to pursue your passions, spend time with loved ones, or travel the world without constant financial worry. This isn't a distant fantasy. It's an achievable reality when you choose to build wealth instead of getting trapped. If this video has opened your eyes to a new path, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more unconventional financial insights, and most importantly, I want to hear from you. In the comments below, share one immediate step you're going to take to implement your instead strategy. What's the first piece of your portfolio you're going to start building? Let's build this community of financially empowered individuals together. Remember, questioning the status quo is the first courageous step towards genuine financial freedom. The property ladder isn't the only option, and for many, it's not even the best option. You now have the knowledge and the power to choose a path that leads to greater wealth, profound freedom, and a life lived entirely on your own terms. Don't wait for permission or validation from society. Start building your instead portfolio today. Your future self will thank you.